The creed is so near and dear to everyone in the Auburn family. And the part of the Auburn creed that is just absolutely embodies Melanie Barstad is, I believe in work, hard work. That is Melanie.
Melanie Barstad graduated from Auburn in 1975 with a degree in English. Growing up on a farm, she learned all about being tough and the benefits of hard work.
You know, I grew up in South Alabama, and my parents were born in 1916 and 1917. My father was a farmer, and Daddy had 2 degrees from the University of Alabama, yet he farmed. And my mother raised my brother and me, but she had a degree from Auburn University and was a teacher. So we had a very atypical home life, and Mother made sure that our home life, our family life, ran like clockwork. In farming, my father taught me that hard work as a farmer began before dawn and went after dusk. And as a child, I saw what it took for him to be successful. Our home life was probably the foundation for a lot of things that gave me my value system later. And one of the things that's important about my home life was ethics and values. My father and my mother both were on the high end of ethics and values. And I think that was taught to me at a very young age.
Those life lessons eventually helped her land a job with Johnson & Johnson. She held numerous positions in sales, marketing, production development, and general management. In 2006, Melanie was named co-chair of the Johnson & Johnson Women's Leadership Initiative.
Melanie grew up in her career in a business environment that was largely male, as many women have over the last several decades. And she navigated that through strength of character, through integrity, through a fearlessness that enabled her to navigate the challenges, the hurdles that she naturally had to face working in a man's world, being a female executive in a largely male world. But she did it in a way that didn't compromise who she is. And who she is a strong, smart Auburn woman.
Whatever it is that she's working on, whether it's in her company or with the foundation board or whatever board she's serving on, she's going to work harder than any other person in that environment. That's just the way she's made. And not only does she work harder, she works smarter. And I think that's one of the things that I learned from Melanie, probably more than anything else, is that learn to work smart. You know, hard is great, but smart is better.
What makes Melanie Barstad special is the fact that she brings to everything she does a tremendous level of passion. She also is a very experienced professional. She had a highly successful career. So in her volunteer leadership work, she brought tremendous insights. She brought a tremendous love for Auburn University. She's very strategic, and she's very thoughtful in her approach to helping us determine how, through the work of the Auburn University Foundation Board, we can make Auburn University better.
Melanie's success with Johnson & Johnson would span 23 years, and being a female in the executive world presented its challenges.
You know, I think not unlike anyone who's going to work today, I think first and foremost, be you a woman or a man, I think you have to be good at what you do. I think the expectation of anyone needs to be that you're technically capable, that you're well qualified. As a hiring executive, I always wanted to put the best person in the job, right person, right job. And that's my expectation of anyone. As a female executive, I always wanted to be true to myself. I wanted to be the best I could be in any job that I did. And be that Johnson & Johnson or Procter & Gamble or wherever I was working at that point in time. I wanted to be technically skilled. I wanted to be confident. I wanted to have my value system in place. And I never deviated from that strategy. And I always valued working for a company who valued that kind of employee and that kind of ethical system.
One of the things that Auburn University does really, really well is to prepare our students to be significant assets to their communities, to their employers, to whatever environments they live and work in. And Melanie, because she fully embraced her Auburn experience when she was a student here, capitalized on that wonderfully special, that uniquely wonderful Auburn student experience, so that when she went out into the world of work, she was very well equipped to be effective, to be successful, to be a leader, but to do it in a way that represents herself and her family and her community and this institution really well. And because she did that so successfully, as have other people who have come out of Auburn, it is somewhat easier for future Auburn women, current and future Auburn women, to go into the world of work and be highly successful. And people like Melanie have helped to pave the way for Auburn women to be very highly successful.